So we have with us Mr. Seth. Welcome to BW Bin's World. So my first question to you is how Gen AI is shaping up India's technological landscape and digital economy, and how India can leverage Gen AI to address societal changes and drive inclusive growth.
Right. So, there are two areas where India is going to be a very important player in the whole Gen AI ecosystem. One, Gen AI is the fundamental technology to solve the problems that require scale. It could be the problem of education, it could be the problem of healthcare, it could be the problem of providing efficiency to government spends and having a outcome out of it. So Gen AI is the right technology. So I think India is also a very fortunate country that we have the problem of scale, and eventually we have got a technology set which actually solves the problem at scale. So the problems of India and the Gen AI would be a very interesting mix, and I think the startups out there can look at some very unique problems, and it's India is the right country to solve problems using Gen AI.
Is talking more about India. So do you think that India's business ecosystem is utilizing Gen AI to its full potential? If not, how can they utilize it better?
Right. So the thing is, India has not been the early adopter of many technologies, but there are certain technologies where, because we had no other option, we directly jumped to a more superior technology. So the thing is, in the enterprise segment of India, still a lot of enterprise software is not used. But because there is no legacy system in India, we can actually directly jump to Gen AI enabled system. So I'm very positive. But the truth of the matter is that right now the adoption is not as high as it should be. But in a span of 2 to 3 years, we'll see very massive adoption because the problems with the adoption of technology, which was maybe cost, efficiency, ease of use, ease of implementation, all these problems would be solved by the AI ecosystem and the Gen AI products. And a lot of people which were not using technology solutions in the past, many people will use technology solutions now.
So do you think that Gen AI poses any threat to data security and privacy? And how can industry stakeholders and government can collaborate to solve this issue?
No, so it would be very ignorant to say that there is no threat. So I think oil was the main currency of the world because it compressed energy, and energy was required by the whole world. And people who had oil, they became very rich across the world. Similarly, India has the opportunity to become extremely wealthy because India is a country which is large and it can produce large amount of data. But to carefully monetize it and have equity in the system, data security is must. And I think the government of India is already taking certain steps in forming very early policies, how to manage security and privacy and ownership of data. But yeah, it's one of the most important things when you look at AI-led ecosystem in the world in the long run.
So how much time do you think that India will take to compete with its Western counterparts in terms of rapidly changing technological landscape or in the data ecosystem?
No, so I think there is no straight competition with the West. Okay, that competition is very statistical in nature, that we keep comparing the GDPs of the world, and we keep ranking ourselves. India is a very different country, but the thing is, the whole world, I would like to make a bold statement that West is no longer the center of the world. It is shifting eastwards, and India and China are going to play a very important role in the economy of the world. And I recently traveled to many countries in business conferences. So already the whole world is really excited about India as an opportunity. Everybody wants to come to India and participate in the big opportunity our country has to provide.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time. So thanks.